For this episode of cleaning up the front walkway, I've got a lot of things that need to happen quickly because it's kind of getting to the middle of October and I've only got a few weeks left before first frost. So this container is going to get moved because we have new pots that we're going to work on today to go right here at the front of this walkway. There used to be two matching pots. The one that went there is now over here, completely broken, and if I move it, it's probably going to fall apart, but I kind of have plans for that, so we'll see. This planter needs work, and I think I made a big boo-boo this spring planting evening primrose. It is spreading like fire. Like, I pull it and it keeps coming back. I started with just like 4 to 7, 6 plants over here, and it's just taken over. It was kind of a bad idea, I guess. I hadn't really researched it a ton. I just thought it looked pretty. I'm going to take that bench out, and we'll talk about that sunshine ligustrum when I get closer. These ground roses need some help. Pruning for fall, maybe just slightly, and then some fertilizer and maybe some work with the pots there to give them a little fresh bit of soil. And I think I'm going to move this mock orange shrub, and I think I'll keep the pineapple sage in that planter. I have another planter just like that. I'm going to put my treasure strawberries in. It's just a lot. So I think with that mock orange, I'm actually going to move it right there, kind of like 6 feet to 8 feet away from that bridal bush. Tonto's not very excited about this, so neither am I. Oh, another thing, the lemon balm. Yeah, Tonto. It has just spread. That needs to get taken out. I might put some in a pot. I think I finally learned my lesson about mint. You can see, look, it's just everywhere. It's all over the whole property, really. Anywhere you look, I either have holy basil or lemon balm. And that shrub there, that really needs work too. I think they call that firethorn. Okay, let's get busy. I wish Tonto could do stuff. Okay, step 1 is to make a walkway, and right now I don't have a walkway, so I'm going to trim all of the Asiatic lilies probably down to the ground because, you know, they have pretty much dried up. I'm not going to save the seeds because I read when I did some research that it could take 4 to 7 years to get a plant from seed. So why would I want to do that? You can propagate though from healthy leaves. These are not healthy though. This is end of its life. So for this year, it'll come back next year. I'm going to prune those down to the ground, get a little bit of a walkway going, take out that bench. So pretty though, but I have plans to move it somewhere else. And then, where did it go? Oh, there it is. So there is my sunshine ligustrum that I had at Ivy's. It did make it through the winter, but it's a zone 6, and I would prefer it to be more protected rather than just a fabric bag. So I'm actually going to plant it in a plastic pot with holes and slits on the side, right next to the one I planted last fall that I got on clearance for $5. And then when we move, I will be able just to lift the smaller one that will be in that black bucket right there and just take it with us. And that one will still be in place for the new owners, and it'll look pretty. So that's what we're going to work on right now. So now that I've got that cleared slightly in that walkway, look, I've got a whole nother container of the showy evening primrose, which is an awesome plant if you want to cover a large area, especially if it's a rocky, dry area. But I don't really have that here, and I got to contain this, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this container of the evening primrose. I did donate all the ones I'm pulling up out of the mulched area to my friend. So this dahlia here in the back, that dark foliage dahlia there, I'm going to dig it up. We're going to put it in the ground so it can overwinter. It's a zone 7. It has overwintered in the container if I put it in a secure location and heavily mulch it, and basically just stick it in the corner up there by the house. And then you can see here that I've also got some more of that showy evening primrose I need to pull. And I'm showing you where we're going to move that planter, which is right there between those two hedges. And there we go. I think I've got too many pansies in there, so I might remove one, but I've definitely got some germination on my bok choy. And I need to get some hanging baskets for those hangers. This is the Sunshine Ligustrum. I believe it's a zone 6, and it's been living in that fabric grow bag, but I'm going to cut some slits and holes into this basic nursery pot, and we're going to get him pot up in there. I'm going to dig a hole down into the earth right next to the one I have in the ground back there between my two windows, and then he will live just fine, and he'll get that protection from being insulated in the ground. But yet, if we move in the next year or two, I can just lift it and take it with us. But look at how much this one has grown, and I bought them both at the exact same time. And this guy just looks phenomenal, the one I put in the ground last fall. Yes, the fire thorn, we need to get over there and work on that. And then I've got these thistles. They are so prickly and so painful. I'm going to need some really protective gloves to pull that out. And I need to trim this, I think it's like a Japanese spindle vine. You can see I got that dahlia into the ground. And I still don't know what to do with that showy evening primrose. But I'm thinking about taking everything out, putting new potting mix, and just putting a few lemon balm plants in. And that's all the lemon balm I'm going to have. I'm not going to let it grow wild, but we'll see. We will see. So first, let's go ahead and get that mock orange shrub into the ground. First, I want to show you how that Sunshine Ligustrum looks in the ground. And also I moved all those pots out. We're going to repot everything that was in that corner. And you can see there he is. Look at the size difference between one that has been in the ground for a year and one that has been living in a pot for a year. It's like a 50% difference, I would say. So I think this is going to work out great. I think it's going to bring a lot of color right there, and it'll still be available to us just to lift it when it's time to move. It's just a really pretty, kind of happy plant. It is not a native plant, though. You'll find in my garden I have a lot of non-natives, but I have some natives too, and that's a balance I'm working with, because you know, a lot of stuff I inherited in this property, and a lot of stuff I get on clearance, and some things I just love, like camellias. Camellias are non-native, but I absolutely love them. So I'm kind of giving you a view of where I'm at this point. You can still see the Ligustrums back there in the background. The planter I moved. All of this evening primrose is going to get pulled. There's some lemon balm in there too. All of that will get pulled. And it's just amazing how quickly that plant grew. From like, I think I had 4, maybe 5 starts, maybe 6. And here's Jeffrey. He loves this cat mint. I think it's funny just to sit and watch cats when they're like licking on that cat mint. I have neighbor cats come by too, so they can check out my cat mint. Let's see what we're going to do next. And that's Jeffrey. I don't know if I said that or not. If you've not met Jeffrey, that is my cat Jeffrey. So I'm making a little bit of progress, and I think it's time we go ahead and dig a hole and put that mock orange in there. He has lived in that pot for almost 2 years, and I have a feeling that his roots are very much root bound. So actually they are, and I put a picture right here for you. Even though I wanted to keep this plant for moving, he needed to get into the ground. I mean, I would have ended up killing this plant, and it did look rough this summer. It started to come back around when it started to cool off, but you can see he doesn't have enough water in a pot with that many roots. I mean, I would have had to water it every day, maybe twice a day. So he's going to be healthier. I can take cuttings if I need to. So now that I've got that pot empty, I'm actually going to move the clearance $5 Miracle Rose that I got a couple weeks ago into that pot. So that way, yes, I'll have that. It's readily available to move. And I think it's going to look really, really pretty next summer. It looks rough now. Remember, I only paid $5 and it's the end of season. But I gave him some fertilizer. I gave him fresh soil. He's going to be happy. And here's my Rainbow Treasure plants that I repotted into this container. And I put some garlic as pest control. Roses, onions, garlic, they're really great companions. So that's just, you know, for pest control. We don't have to eat it. I'm just going to let it grow and help protect my roses and my strawberries. Also, strawberries do well with onions and garlic. And then you can kind of see the tip of that pineapple mint there on the edge. He also got a repot with some fresh soil. I think he'll be happy too. Everyone's going to be happy. So it's really late at night, guys. So I didn't get everything done today, but I got a lot done, and I'm glad I got to bring you with me. Just stay tuned, because soon we're going to have a reveal of the front walkway and the side porch side beds. But for now, that's going to do it. So I will talk to you soon. I hope you're having a great gardening week, and you'll come back soon. Bye.